Hi, come on in if you'd like to have a seat for a spirit message. This will be our Inkblot that we're going to use to ignite a meditative state if you want to take a screenshot so you can scry in your own time and terms for shapes and symbols that speak. Thank you for joining me. Not in the office today, so we'll see what happens in the family room. We'll scry the ink, add on tarot and oracle, and the spirit box here is kick in for any audio additions that may inspire, educate, or entertain. If you'd like to take a moment with me to close the eyes, taking a cleansing breath, releasing the race and the rush, activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support.
Where?
Thank you. Let's go. So I'm seeing vultures right off the hop. I'd like to include best I can. There we go. Vultures, but they're coming together. It's like they're working together. So I'm seeing it like a vulture of life and a vulture of death. But they co-communicate. It's like the physical representation of a vulture cleanses corpses so they can be clear for death. And then another vulture on the other side supports the life that continues beyond the physical expression. And obviously this is very symbolic. Kind of, it's giving me psychopomp vibes. I'm going to start some automatic writing or divine doodles and see what else comes through. Okay, so there's a being in there that's laying down. The legs are prominent. I feel like they're laying in grass or something like that. I heard left for dead. Left for dead. That's why the vultures are there. Might be picking at them. They've already been released, like their soul is already moved to the next stage, but they're aware their body's still here, decomposing. Okay, there's a caterpillar, so they've definitely transitioned on.
Follow you.
What is this creature? Okay, so it looks like a long-haired goat, maybe? Or another kind of creature. These people, okay, these people, that's not what I meant to say. This person might be up somewhere in a mountain. And this mountain has like, I'm going to say like a grassy knoll for simplicity's sake. But there's like a clearing. There is greenery on this mountain. It's not like Grand Canyon style. There is greenery. And they're there, left for dead. Their neck might have been broken. Neck broken. I think they fell.
I can't talk.
Yeah, there's something, eh? Like the neck or something's been broken. It's almost like there's no one to speak to either. But there's animals that are coming that are curious, specifically the goat and this vulture. Something cocooning around it as well, so it might be, how do you say, slowly being covered over time. So this might be a soul that was laid there a while ago. And then I'm seeing one of those mythological creatures. They have like the horse body, but with a man's torso. Okay, so here's the scribbles that have come through. If anything stands out to you, please follow that. They fell like levels. I feel like it's really windy up there, and there's something about elevation. I can't even call for help. I can't call for help. if I fell down a hole or I was climbing up so high, like no one else can hear me. Because there's very few people, if any people at all. It's mostly animals. I'm not getting the feeling this is a hiker, but then, like, as Steph, I'm wondering, why would you be there if you weren't hiking or exploring? You know what I mean? So, like, it doesn't make sense to me personally, but that it doesn't need to make sense to me personally. I might have tried to... okay. Sorry, I'm going to scry it from in there. It's almost like I could, like, there's a tumble and then another tumble or something else happened where maybe like I tumbled and fell. I was okay, but maybe I couldn't have talked. I couldn't say anything. Or when these animals came around. And then as those animals I don't know the kind way of saying that. As my physical body disintegrated towards the transition of death, it's like I can see I'm being pushed off again. But I had already passed. I had already passed that point. I'm going to flip it. Okay, so there's... There's a small body of water somewhere. I feel like I'm looking at like Google Maps or Google View or something, but I can only see like the elevation and strength. Okay. Strength. Was kind of getting mountain lion vibes down there. Sorry, it's as though I'm looking at like a Google Map or MapQuest. I don't know what still exists. And, you know, but you're like seeing it in elevations versus physical. What is that? That's an eagle. Like street view. It's not street view. Just elevations and such. Yeah, that's an eagle.
Come closer.
There's another being. Justice. Sorry. I don't think it's a person. But give me a moment here. I was waiting while on one thing. Judgment Queen. Okay. All right. Sorry. Give me one moment. The spirit is interesting. 10 of Cups, 10 of Wands. This exit point seems, it's almost like if you were to find their body and their bones, more so their bones, again, that vulture-like carcassy feeling, they were utilized, their life force was utilized as an offering to the very land that I was on, to this mountain that I was on. Maybe I lived there, possibly have been missing for some time. But it was like my soul's essence wanted to give back to the very landscape that I loved so much. Like the, you know, lions and tigers and bears, but this feels more like lions, goats, vulture. Like I wanted to give back to that landscape. There was a waiting period. That's okay. So that's when like so it's like I can see helicopters or something trying to find me. But I didn't know that. I didn't know that until after the fact. After I had passed.
When?
I don't know when it was, but the numbers standing out are 10 and 10. If those mean anything to you, 10 weeks, 10 months, 10, maybe it was 20 months ago, 20 years ago even. I'm happy. Maybe, I don't know, maybe they were hiking, but I don't think hiking's the right word. Like a mountaineer? Is that a thing? Mountaineer, or somebody who wears or has like a whole lot of stuff on their back, like a pack, like an explorer, or like a scientist almost, and like you go out and explore, but for some reason this person was alone or solo. And I think the other person, if there was another person around, no, it's the family member that was still alive, is a male. Yeah, okay. So there's whether it was a father, this, that, or the other, apply anything you like. There's still a family member that feels like they never got closure, and it was their burden to bear about how, but the spirit comes through and is quite content, but is trying to get a message through to that person, that I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay because I'm still alive. And now it's like I become the eagle. And I'm still looking over these very particular lands because this person really must have cared about this mountain, this plain, the animals or the creatures that existed there. Maybe it was like for endangered species or something. It rained a lot. It might have been a mudslide. Justice and the Magician with the Ace of Cups. This person, definitely passed on. Like, and when the soul was released from the physical incarnation, it was like I get to be with the birds. Even though it feels science inspired, like science was the reason why I was there.
It's possible.
It's because the magic I believed in about these species, about this land, the ecological, the ecosystem, or something along that lines. Like, it felt magical. Okay, is there... Let's see what else is going on here. Is there anything else to add? The person incarnate is alone. But the spirit tries to communicate that I'm still alive,
Find me.
I think that's what the incarnate requires, is finding the body in this mountain. There's a body of water. And I don't know why, but something about a mudslide feels relevant. And there's something about, they are mad. There's something about the person incarnate currently is upset that it's like my son or daughter, whatever the case may be, my partner went on this excursion, this science thing, and they were following orders, following their team, and maybe it wasn't planned as well as this person thought or wanted it to be. Does that make sense? It kind of, I don't know that I'm saying it properly. I feel like the person, the currently incarnate, had a gut feeling like something was wrong or something was off. It was divine timing in the way this person passed. But I don't think that if there was like a team or other people, I don't know if they scattered for something, or there's more of them passed in the mudslide and didn't make it out. Might have had something to do with birds. I really get the sensation it's something about birds' nests, the way this extinct bird or rare bird, something along that lines. And now the soul that moved on utilizes the birds because that's like what the person incarnate would know. Maybe that's you, or maybe you're just listening for compassion or to also explore with me. But they send the living person messages in birds because it's like that's what they knew me for. Closing the door, completion. They would like to close the door on the anger. Please don't be mad. Please don't be mad. I'm exactly where I want to be with the birds. Okay, thank you. I'm exactly where I want to be with the birds. Don't be mad. And I'm still with you. I am the birds around you. I am with you. I am watching you. Very, very closely. Actually, very, very closely. See me in the birds. If the person's body was digested by mountain felines, again, this spirit is so soothing to the animal kingdom, to the bird kingdom, to the natural, like there is no pain. There is no pain. I do feel like if there was that first, Willie might be somebody, they just couldn't say anything. They fell. Fallen angel and dragon's heart protecting the future. They were protecting something. Bird, a rare or extinct bird-like with that whole dragon. But this spirit fell. Yes. Okay. Oops. Okay. I'm going to get ready to close out this message. Whoever this is, if somebody had somebody who was like a scientist or an explorer or just had an affinity for the animal kingdom and they passed away and you didn't get to recover their body in the traditional way, please know that they were buried exactly how they wanted to be, naturally, to decompose with the very elements and the animals that they dedicated a good portion of their life to being among and amidst, and they send their love to you through wherever you are located, through the same elements. They bring it to you to feel them, Weaving flower, listen, and the observer. And okay, I'll bring these up. Okay, if those mean anything to you. Maybe they were a photographer. They could have been a photographer. There's that mudslide feeling again. Okay, but give me 2 seconds. So, eyes of the eagle, the observer. They are so, please feel, they are so much still, even from spirit. Know that they are a part of the sky watching you. They ask for you to hear them, to feel them. And know that their funeral that you had possibly in, or you didn't have because there was no body, they just didn't come back. It's fine. They're grateful if you had something for you to help you. That's what helps weave the worlds together. That in honor of somebody who has passed helps the living. And if there was no ability to have a funeral or celebration of life because there is some anger and no body, please know that they had exactly what they were well with. They were well with.
Spirit animal.
They were with their spirit animals, and they are now with you and your spirit animals. To the moon and back, I love you. To the moon and back, I love you. It's going to make me cry. To the moon and back, I love you. Also, something about gardens and plants. It's all in that. They send things all in that landscape. Plants, minerals, animals. And please know that they are okay, and they are still so very much so with you. I'm going to let you go until next time. Thank you so much for scrying with me. It's been my honor for the afterlife or for being our muse. And until then, thank you.